Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaq, is not just a basketball giant, he's also a king of comedy online. From hilarious memes about how tiny chicken legs look next to his massive size to funny posts and commentary, Shaq keeps us laughing. But here's the big question. Did Shaq really play as well as he says he did? Or was he all talk? Let's take a look at Shaq's amazing career and see if he truly lived up to his epic reputation. Spoiler: his story might be even more incredible than his dunks. Meet Shaquille O'Neal, the NBA's human skyscraper. Picture this. At age 3, Shaq was already so tall that his mom had to prove he was too young for school with his birth certificate. Growing up, Shaq was a giant among kids, and his size made him a bit of a troublemaker. But his stepfather, Sergeant Philip Harrison, stepped in with tough love and discipline, helping Shaq stay on the right track. By age 13, Shaq was already towering at 6'7". While stationed at an army base in Germany, he caught the eye of Dale Brown, head coach of Louisiana State University, or LSU. Brown was so impressed that he offered Shaq a scholarship on the spot. Imagine getting a college offer before even finishing high school. Shaquille O'Neal's college career at LSU was nothing short of spectacular. Standing at 7'1" and weighing almost 300 pounds, Shaq was a dominating force on the court. He had a 7'7" wingspan and size 23 shoes, making him look like he was playing a different game. During his college years, Shaq averaged 25 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game. Despite not being part of the 1992 Dream Team, Shaq was clearly the top 25 prospect. His performance was so impressive that he became the top pick in the 1992 NBA Draft, chosen by the Orlando Magic. Shaquille O'Neal's NBA debut was nothing short of a blockbuster event. The Orlando Magic picked him first overall in the 1992 NBA Draft, and Shaq's entry into the league was like a scene from a movie full of drama and excitement. The Big Diesel quickly made a name for himself, breaking backboards and bringing down entire baskets with his sheer force. The NBA even had to reinforce their hoops because of Shaq's incredible power. His rookie season was a showcase of raw, explosive talent. Shaq averaged 23.4 points, 13.9 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks per game. He became the first rookie selected to the All-Star game since Michael Jordan in 1985 and was almost unanimously named Rookie of the Year. As Shaq matured, he began to showcase his full arsenal of skills. By 1994, he was a force to be reckoned with, averaging 29.3 points per game and an astounding 60% shooting from the field. He also pulled down 13.2 rebounds and blocked 3.0 shots per game. His size, agility, and skill made him nearly unstoppable. In 1995, Shaq led the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals. Though they lost to the Houston Rockets, Shaq's performance was still remarkable. He averaged 28.0 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 5.8 blocks per game throughout the playoffs, dominating on both ends of the floor. Shaq's peak performance continued into the late 90s when he joined the Los Angeles Lakers. With his arrival, the Lakers became an NBA powerhouse. Shaq led the Lakers to 3 consecutive championships from 2000 to 2002. During this period, he was a postseason juggernaut, averaging 30.7 points, 15.4 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks per game in the playoffs. Picture this. It's the late 1990s and the NBA is buzzing with excitement. Enter Shaquille O'Neal, who has just joined the Los Angeles Lakers and is bringing a truckload of talent with him. The Lakers, who had been in the shadows for a while, were about to get a colossal boost. In 2000, Shaq and the Lakers put on a show that left fans and opponents alike gasping. They marched through the playoffs like a hot knife through butter, and Shaq was the unstoppable force slicing through the competition. He was so dominant that opponents needed a ladder just to reach his level. During the 2000 NBA Finals, Shaq's stats were out of this world. Shaq was like a one-man wrecking crew, crashing through defenses and making opponents look like they were playing against a freight train. The Lakers clinched the championship, and Shaq was named Finals MVP. It was like he had a personal vendetta against every defender who dared to challenge him. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Shaq and the Lakers did it again in 2001 and 2002. They became a three-peat dynasty, and Shaq was the undeniable king of the court. In the 2001 finals, he was still the unstoppable force. Each dunk, block, and rebound from Shaq was like a scene from an action movie, making it clear that he was the MVP of not just the finals, but the entire NBA. But wait, the Shaq saga didn't end in LA. In 2004, he packed up his enormous sneakers and headed to the Miami Heat. There, Shaq added another chapter to his storybook career by leading the Heat to their first ever NBA championship in 2006. It was like watching a superhero come to town and save the day. He didn't just play, he delivered clutch performances that made fans' jaws drop. In the 2006 playoffs, Shaq was still on fire. Even though Shaq's time in Miami wasn't as long, he made his mark by being a massive part of the Heat's success. After Miami, Shaq played with a few other teams, including the Phoenix Suns, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Boston Celtics. His on-court dominance may have faded a bit, but his off-court charisma and larger-than-life personality were as strong as ever. So, what's the final word on Shaquille O'Neal? He's a legend, a 4-time NBA champion, 15-time All-Star, and 3-time Finals MVP. Shaq was a game-changer. His career stats. Shaq's impact extends beyond the court. He's known for his charismatic personality, entertaining interviews, and successful ventures in entertainment and business. From starring in movies like Blue Chips to his work as an NBA analyst, Shaq's influence remains pervasive in popular culture. Alright, let's dive into where Shaquille O'Neal stacks up among the best centers ever. In his prime, Shaq was so dominant it was like he had cheat codes. During the 2000 playoffs, he averaged 30.4 points and 15.4 rebounds per game. That's like if you're playing NBA 2K and you set the difficulty to easy for everyone else but impossible for Shaq. Now, let's see how Shaq stacks up against other legends. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt is the guy who scored 100 points in a single game. That's like going to a buffet and eating everything. But even Wilt would agree that Shaq's mix of power and skill was something special. Bill Russell. Bill is the winningest player with 11 championships. That's like having a trophy shelf that's sagging under the weight. But Shaq's offensive dominance was something else entirely. Russell's shelf didn't have dunks that could shatter rims. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem's skyhook is like the ultimate basketball move. But Shaq's dunks and physical play were so powerful. They were like the thunder to Kareem's lightning. So, where does Shaq fit in all this? Simply put, he's a giant among giants. When people talk about the greatest centers, Shaq's name shines brightly. His combination of size, power, and charisma was a game changer. He wasn't just another big guy. He was a legend who brought a mix of awe and entertainment every time he hit the court. In the end, Shaquille O'Neal isn't just a great center. He's a basketball icon. When you're ranking the best of the best, Shaq's name is right there, in big, bold letters, dunking his way into the Hall of Fame. And there you have it, Shaq's incredible journey from basketball superstar to internet sensation. If you enjoyed the ride, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our next video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.